Hello, this is my presentation on DeSoto School District's internal and external communication. I used lucid charts to make this presentation. It wasn't very difficult to make because I was well informed of how our district communicates internally. Externally was a little bit challenging, but not really. I was just more informed of the internal. Okay, so I'll start with internal. I broke it up into 4 different categories within the internal. That would be superintendent and school board, administrators, teachers and coaches, and students. So superintendent and school board, I'll start over here with Zoom. All school board meetings since COVID has hit have been on Zoom so people at home can watch. And I think they'll continue doing that because it's a nice way to be informed of the school board meeting without having to wait for the meeting minutes to come out. And if you can't be there, especially since they're so long, then they email administrators with any big policy changes, and email out parents when necessary with any changes. Our superintendent school board also have the district website as a way to communicate with both external and internal community. And then they also send out surveys to parents, teachers, members of the community based on what we think they could improve on or what they did well, that kind of stuff. Administrators, they communicate with their teachers and students verbally. Our assistant principal does a great job posting on Instagram various things from what there is for lunch that day to games to shout outs of students, phone call communication or text message communication, like with Remind and stuff like that, email with both parents, teachers, and school. They send out a weekly newsletter to parents, which is they post everything in there, upcoming events, tryouts, that kind of stuff. We have our employee handbook and our student handbook. And then we also have our Mill Creek Middle School website with all the information that parents, students, and teachers may need to find. Teachers' communication looks a little bit different. Our main communication is with parents and students. We have Remind apps, Skyward for the grade book, Call Parents, for various reasons, both good news and any issues that need to be resolved. We send good news letters home to students who have done great things in our classrooms, emailing both admin, students, and parents. Obviously, parent-teacher conferences is an easy way for us to communicate to parents. And Canvas, that's a great way to communicate with mainly students, but parents at time with assignments, especially when there's absences, and there's also a messaging device via Canvas. Students mainly communicate with us verbally on Canvas or through email. External, I broke it up into 4 categories as well, with political figures, parents, taxpayers, and community members and businesses. Political figures communicate with us. That's pretty much a one-way communication via media, sometimes phone calls and emails. Parents, this is a 2-way communication. They use our school website, parent-teacher conferences. They can call us. The best way is via email, through the media, and then we also like to send surveys. We also invite parents to come to games and musicals, supervised field trips, and that's a way for us to get them involved and to communicate with parents. Taxpayers and community members, they can find information about our school through our website and through the media. That's pretty much the main way we communicate with them. Businesses, we'll reach out to businesses from time to time to see if they want to get involved with our school or donations. Same with email or verbally in person. It is obvious that we have more ways of communicating internally, and that is our stronger form of communication, and there are ways that we can improve externally. Um, I would say with taxpayers and community members, it is a one-way communication. At most of the time, parents two-way, political figures one way, they reach out to us. Businesses, mainly a one-way communication, and then all of our internal is mainly two-way communications. I think one of our biggest areas of that we could grow in. Some of our biggest weaknesses is obviously getting that external communication up and finding more ways to have external communication, as well as our communication with superintendent and school board is mainly between the superintendent and school board and administrators, not so much the students or teachers and coaches communicate with the superintendent and school board. I think that would be a great improvement, as well as improving our external communication. I think we do a great job communicating with parents, but just other community members that don't have students in our school district, and getting businesses involved, more than just donations, or they do communicate with our pathways classes, and then political figures as well. Thank you for watching my presentation on DeSoto School District's internal and external communications.